James Starling here for the DeeJam YouTube channel after another match day experience. Make sure you check out the highlights down in the description below before we all spoil today's game. Ben, I'll start off with yourself. That was bloody horrible conditions out there to record in, but to play in what, one layer of clothing. You boys did absolutely superb out there, so fair play. That was a tough game though, weren't it?
Yeah, the conditions were always going to be the most challenging part of the game, and we knew that obviously with the forecast before the start of the week. So it was about actually showing our ability to adapt to the conditions of the game. We had to adapt our normal sort of way of playing a little bit because we were against the wind first half, and we had to change our style. But that's exactly what our philosophy is. It's about making sure that we play not just high-intensity attack and football, but adaptable attack and football to suit the weather, suit the conditions, suit the types of pitches that we have to play on now. And to be honest, we came out and started slowly, but we gradually grew into the conditions, managed the first half, which we needed to do, and were able to kick on a bit more in the second half. And eventually, obviously, we came out with the result that warranted the performance. Yeah, definitely. Wasn't pretty, but it was well managed for periods of the game.
And obviously, from Ben's point of view, he was actually on the pitch and playing in those conditions. For yourself, sitting on the side, do you think that the goal that Falcons got to make them go 1-0 up, do you think that was kind of like the kick-start that you guys needed in that first half at all?
Yeah, of course. You know, when you go a goal down, you're always disappointed. But you know, the boys bounced back well. Like I said, with the wind in our faces, first half it was always going to be difficult. Yeah. But then we got that when Sanchez got the goal to make it 1-1. And then from then, like Ben said, I thought we managed this first half quite well. We always knew second half we could come out and stamp our authority on the game to play the way we want to play. And I thought we done that very well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, in terms of the passing game that you guys had in that first half, the moment you guys put it down on the floor instead of trying to play against the conditions, you found yourself 1-1 straight away. You know, so the message at half time, what was kind of said to get you guys, you know, a little bit more psyched and pumped up? Was it just the fact that, right, let's play into the conditions, or now we can start playing our way of playing? Yeah,
that was exactly that. We sort of had to discover for ourselves in the first half how the game was and what the condition was like, and it led to a lot of game management on the pitch between the players and actually saying what we needed to do, because we didn't cope very well in the first 10, but as we approached half time we knew we just needed to make sure we were compact, settle ourselves into the final few minutes just so we didn't concede, and put ourselves in a great position. We came in at half time quite optimistic that we'd control the second half like we have for the majority of the games this season, and it enabled us to actually say, look, let's try and get the ball down a little bit more and use the wind to our advantage, but actually don't abandon what we've actually tried to sort of coach as a philosophy, which is to get down, play forward, attack and passes, and not resort to any sort of long ball sort of tactics. There was times towards the end where we did, because we just needed to see the game out, but in terms of what we wanted to do with the ball and in possession, we showed that we could control it for longer periods and manage situations, which led us to get the result at the end of the 90 minutes.
And that result keeps you within touch and distance of the top two. The transformation from the start of the season has been remarkable, really, hasn't it? Oh
yeah, massively, and that's down to the players. 100%. That's down to the players, that their work rate in training, you know, their commitment from the start of the season to now has been unbelievable. You know, so that's all down to the players. Yeah, we had lost the first two. We were gone. I think we got 8 wins. 8 wins in 9, 7 out of 8. You know, so yeah, it keeps us in touch. You know, it gives us a good Christmas to go away. 2-3 weeks off, to go away to reflect, and to come back again in the new year and hopefully push forward for more.
Definitely. Well, you know, just spoken about the fact that you've got a 2 or 3 week break now. For the second half of the season, we'll talk about the second half. What are your kind of thoughts about how you're going to approach the second half of it now? Are you just seeing that the guys at the top are kind of running away, or you're right within that pack, you're chasing pack anyway?
Yeah, as we spoke about last time, we said that the first initial aim was to be as competitive as possible for the season. We've now got ourselves at the halfway mark, put ourselves in a position where we can say, actually, we're here to put a bit of pressure on the top two. Our team is getting stronger by the week. The expectation's always been the same. We've maintained high expectations with the training, the commitment, And actually, even at this level, where it's quite difficult to gain that commitment from players, we've always had a good turnout for training. We've made sure that we've tried to keep the club in as good a nick as possible, and we'll carry on that into the second half of the season. But actually, we're all going in with a bit of belief that we can. Why not? Why can't we get promoted? There's no reason why we can't. We've been a 7-game unbeaten run before last week. And we're keen to carry that on and do the same. And these boys are quite hungry to make sure that the team does well. So we'll take it game by game and see where we end up.
Well, boys, appreciate your time. Really do. Thank you very much for having a bit of a chat with myself. Make sure you hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And until we see each other next time, adios.